So on this video, we're going to really deep dive into the area where you're going to spend most of your time on Dojo, and that is in the individual classrooms. So we're going to use this demo class for the examples we're going over because our classes aren't here yet, and confidentiality. We're not going to give students names on YouTube. So as we look to our demo class, the first thing you're going to see is your students in the class itself. So for the demo class, there are 5 students: Beyonce, Denzel, Jennifer, Justin, Leonardo. They're pre-made. Um, from there, you have the option to add students. So if you click that, uh, what should be in place is either A, there is a set student list, or B, you can just type in your student's name. So we'll type in John Person, right? Now John Person is going to be added to this class. We can see, boom, there's John. He's a little fuzzy guy. So with that, you can click on each individual student and you can give feedback to those students. So for example, if they're helping others on task, participating, all this stuff. This is particularly relevant if you're using Dojo as both a communication method as well as a way to give some assignments, which is up to your discretion, really. So if you're using it for assignments, this can be really useful, and it's a really good way to communicate exactly how they're doing here through the basically the set things they have, as well as the fact you can edit the skills and add your own, right? So if there's something that you feel really needs to be specific for either positive or needs work, you can create that wording yourself, right? So you can click it for needs work. We're going to add a skill. You can come up with a picture for it. You can give the name as well as a point weight. Now, we're not putting actual weight on these points. It's more just like really good for tracking data so you can see, are they accumulating a lot of these needs work? Are they accumulating a lot of positives? That kind of idea. As well, for this, within each individual student, so we're still looking at Beyonce as the student, this is a really important part, and we're going to go over this in a minute, but you can communicate with the parent or family. Okay. You can do the same thing that I just talked about with the class as an entirety. So you can give the whole class +1 participation, or you can give the whole class needs to stop talking. Okay. Last bit on the student or the classroom part of it, as we can see, we have multiple tabs here, is groups. So as you can see, there's table 1, table 2. I added gold team when I was doing my first test through and kind of messed up when I was giving the demonstration. So if I want to make another team, I can click on a few students and said team 2, boom, team 2 shows up. That's really good once again if you're giving workout through Class Dojo. We're going to wrap up the classroom part, and we're going to pivot to this next part up here called portfolio. Portfolio is how you can basically give assignments via Dojo. So there's a bigger intro guide or a walkthrough. Words are escaping me right now. I'm still in summer brain. Right here. So I'm not going to repeat too much of it. I'm just going to be very brief about it. And if you want additional information, there's this video right there. It can also help you. It's about a minute and a half. So as you can see, we have each individual student on the left, uh, with which you can see all of the work they've submitted via Dojo at that time. What we're going to look at is how to create an activity, right? So we create our activity. We can give it a title here, test. We can give instructions, so complete the thing. Perfect. And then the response type. So the response type is how they need to turn it in. So if you want them to write something, it'd be a text. If you want them to record themselves, it'd be video. So on and so forth. We're going to say, let's have it be a text. And then boom, this is what you'll see. So we have our activities here. First activity being the test activity. And we can see 0% have been approved. Pending approval, not yet submitted. So as they turn things in, you would have to approve the responses of just like, yes, this response was valid, it is accepted. Okay, it even gives you the like what's next. They log in, they do the activity, approve, and then it's shared home with families. They can see it. A lot of it's really intuitive. So I would recommend just kind of clicking around a bit as well as it gives you a tutorial. So this is just kind of the base. You can go in and edit. I'm running out of time. This video is really, wow, quick. Okay. So the second half, we're going to go over the class story and then how to do messages as well as inviting parents. Okay. So we'll catch that in a minute.